Well, guys, if there is one position Chelsea haven't been blessed in for a long time, is the striking position. We haven't had a proper goal scorer up front, probably since Diego Costa left. You can argue Oliver Giroud was that, which I can agree to some extent on. But Diego Costa was a different beast. And after that, I'm sorry to remind you, but we have had Alvaro Morata, then we have had Tammy Abraham, Batshuayi for that matter, and some other guys I can't really remind you of. Oh yeah, Higuain on loan. That was something too. And now we're having two unexperienced strikers up front in Broja and Jackson. And to rely upon them to be difference making the team and convert the chances we're creating at this stage maybe is unfair. That's why Chelsea have to sign a striker. Now, if that's going to be in January, which I would prefer and you guys would probably prefer that as well, maybe isn't realistic at the moment. Victor Osimhen is someone we all want, but maybe we can't get him until the summer. But is there any solution to solve the striking position anyway this window? And there are some interesting news coming around and discussion being had around Benzema and Firmino. Despite them trying to retire in Saudi Arabia, there's still a possibility they can leave and go back to Europe. And Simon Phillips retweeted what Matt Law said. Chelsea are having to consider the possibility of trying to find a short-term loan option for strikers from Saudi League in the name of Roberto Firmino, even Karim Benzema. There are some players that want to maybe leave the Saudi Arabian League, and if we can get a good player on a short-term loan deal to the summer, I mean, I would take it. It depends what type of profile it is, if it fits our team, and if they are still up to it. It continues further here. Chelsea could explore, of course, short-term striker solution. Another recruitment meeting will happen before any single target is locked in. Multiple names are being floated internally. Of course, it is important to have a recruitment meeting, what we want to do, and which striker could fit this team, and Pochettino. Is there realistically anyone we can go for now in January transfer window? But as much as I would love to think that the directors and owners having the discussion, I mean, they probably just having a discussion which next 16 and 7-year-old we're going to sign. Because if they wanted to sign elite players, maybe except in Kunku that we signed, they would have done more that. We could have signed an elite striker in the summer or an elite winger, but we haven't done that. So we will see what's going to happen there. Ben Jacobs saying a Karim Benzema exit in January from Al Ittihad is being downplayed by sources from PIF ministry figures, and they intend on keeping him as a part of the Saudi Pro League project. Of course they want that, but if the player wants to leave, what can they really do? A move to Manchester United has been dismissed, and no approach from Chelsea to the date either. They are still deciding internally what they want to do with the striker. Continues here also that Al Ahly are happy for Roberto Firmino to be loaned out for the right offer. And now you might be asking me, what do I think? What do I think of these strikers? Do I want any of them? They have all, of course, had an incredible career, especially Benzema. What an absolute of a striker. For me, he's an incomplete forward that will suit this team, that can both drop down like a Firmino, he can drift down to wide, but he can also be a threat inside the box, and he's very good in there. He's clinical, he's also a leader. And maybe those last things I mentioned is what Firmino is lacking. And Firmino is more suited as a false nine, where he has inside forwards attacking the box and scoring the goals, and he's going to be the creative output. And we don't really have inside forwards that is ruthless and clinical in front of goal, banging goals left, right and center like Mane, Salah would used to do. Salah still does to this day. So Firmino, I would actually pass on him, even if it's a loan move for 5 months. Benzema, however, how can you say no to that? You just can't. He might be beyond his best, but he probably still has the quality in terms of being that box threat, scoring goals with few chances. So yeah, if we could get Benzema, we'll take that if it's only 5 months, because he can do everything. Maybe hasn't the pace like he used to have, but we facing a lot of teams parking the bus or sitting with all men behind the ball anyway. So it's not like we need him running behind the backline. And if we're trying to play on counters when we can, we got other fast wingers in Madueke and Mudryk Sterling to do that job. And he can be the one being creative there. So I would, of course, say yes to Benzema. Let me know who you would pick over Firmino and Benzema. And do you think it is realistic to get any of these guys? Let me know that as well. But for me, you just can't say no to Benzema. I mean, it's only 5 months, and he will also have an opportunity before he retiring to actually play in the Premier League. Depends how interested he is in that, and is he really interested to go to 10th place Premier League side without European football? Not really sure he is that. I'm sorry, guys. The next news we have is around another striker coming from Nathan Gissing. Who are you? Never heard of this guy. But he said, understand 20-year-old Aston Villa striker John Duran has been discussed internally at Chelsea recently as a potential short-term option this month. If you're playing Football Manager and you're playing with like a mid-table team, you would absolutely take this guy because he has massive talent and potential in Football Manager and probably in real life as well. But we can't bring in another 20-year-old, and he's going to be the guy that we have for a short-term period to rely and make the difference for us in the attack and scoring goals. So I have to pass on this. I hope this isn't real. If he's going to be someone that we replace Armando Broja with, and then he's going out alone to develop, maybe. We have also signed other young guys like David Washington, Dujan Richards, or what his name was. So I would pass this. It continues. No final discussion has been made yet. There are doubts as to whether there is urgency to get a striker this January due to the risk of signing someone that wouldn't elevate the squad. Well, of course, someone that is 20-year-old that barely gets game time in Villa, how would he even elevate the squad? Chelsea could hold off until the summer, the likes of Napoli striker Victor Osimhen to be available. I can understand that, but I also think we need to get in someone for the moment, because that can help us catching the top 6 teams if we're getting a striker that can finish off the chances. However, if it is just totally impossible to find anyone, Jackson will be back from AFCON soon. Maybe he will suddenly bang in those chances. Maybe Broja is developing, even though I want to sell him. Can Nkunku fill the striking role, and then we're having Cole Palmer behind him or Chukwuemeka behind him? Maybe that can be a solution for the season. Maybe in the last 10-15 minutes we're giving an academy guy a chance. Maybe he will perform a miracle. But signing another 20-year-old for a lot of millions is not the solution, in my opinion. So let's get further into some more news. Pochettino's use of Levi Colwill has caused some frustration inside and outside Stamford Bridge. This is coming from Matt Law. I don't think this is a lie. Many people has been questioning this decision. It's not really helping Colwill or the team for that matter defensively or going forward on that left hand side. Continues. Bowley and Egbal are prepared to spend more cash in the hopes of helping Chelsea season, with the Blues cashing a striker and a left back. I mean, we haven't really gone and made move for a left back, so Colwill doesn't have to play there. It continues here. Chelsea and Pochettino made a decision to make a left back. I have a decision to make a left back. Another area of the pitch the club have considered strengthening during the transfer window. Matt Law says this too. I think if Pochettino really wanted a left back, he would have been a bit more vocal about it, because he is someone that I believe just sitting there and saying yes to whatever the sporting directors is suggesting. If we really wanted to sign a left back, it would have been rumors around who it would be, etc. It's only 2 weeks now until the January transfer window ends. Sure, we got Chilwell coming back from injury now, but we know he's injury prone. He will probably get himself injured again. Cucurella is out. Who knows how he will play when he's coming back. Madsen got loaned out to Dortmund. Pochettino is not looking to give an academy guy a chance there that can play as a left back. So I would prefer us signing someone there. It can leave us with a bloated squad like last January transfer window, if you remember. But yeah, it depends what you are ready to sacrifice. If it will really benefit the team, I think we should try and sign someone. Otherwise, we have to hold out for the summer and then try to make things happening there. Christopher Nkunku hopes to return to Chelsea training this week and is optimistic he will be fit to return for the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final on January 23rd from Nisar Kinsella. So there have been different news around Nkunku. Some said he will be out for 3 weeks. Other guys and Pochettino said he will be out for a couple of days. It feels like some people in Chelsea is lying just to make the fans feel better for the time being. But it is true, Nkunku is going to be out for roughly around 3 weeks. So I just don't get why they can't be honest with the updates, injury updates. So of course it's concerning. If you're seeing this injury list here, it's absolutely ridiculous, as Joe Cole mentioned. So maybe we need an investigation in the medical department around the fitness coaches. Is there something that can be done here? Because best believe when Chilwell now is going to play and Nkunku going to play later, they're probably going to get injured again. And if these injuries continues to occurring 3-4 times a season, we have to have a look at the medical department, etc., and see what can be done there. Is there something wrong here? So yeah, we can also, even though end the video that the players has got a 3 days off, and some players are away, having chilling, going on skiing, as Enzo Fernandez is doing here. I think Madueke has traveled as well. Pochettino is in Spain. 3 days break maybe it's necessary if we're having mental and physical fatigue to think of something else and then coming back with a fresh mind. It has been a lot going on these recent days, but I think it would have been perfect opportunity now to have training sessions to improve in the things we need to improve upon. If you're brand new here, want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the notification bell down below so you never miss when I upload. Check out my socials in the description. Let me know all your thoughts and all that kind of good stuff in the comments, and I thank you so much for watching.